up, my spiritual peeps? This is Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and I'm bringing you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck review of the First Light Tarot. So I'm really going to have to do some explaining about this deck because it's pretty different than your normal tarot deck. And so this is by Dinah Roseberry, or maybe it's Dina or Dinah. And at first what caught me about these cards is I love everything about, galaxies and outer space. And my favorite book growing up was called Spaceship Earth, and it was just, information about all the planets and, gases that create these beautiful arrays of color in such an inky black, space. And Star Trek The Next Generation was one of my favorite TV shows growing up. Like, I so wanted to go to outer space, and I'm still, into the moon and the stars and the planets. And, I've always just had my head up in way past the clouds, I guess you could say. So the name, first of all, Dinah Roseberry, made me think of first Roddenberry, which is the creator of Star Trek. And then in Star Trek The Next Generation, they had a character named Dinah, and Dinah was the person who was like the sage bartender in the TV show. Okay, so let's take a look at the box first. So it says this has 22 majors, 22 insight cards, and 22 spread cards, and we will get to those in a minute too. Okay, so here's a little bit about this on the back. And then check this out when it opens up. So here you have a little bit about the author, artist. Well, yeah, artist. Yeah, you could say. Okay, so here's the booklet. And I'll just leave that open for a moment. So you're really going to need the booklet because it does a lot of explaining about this deck. It's really different. That's basically what I'm going to say. I'm going to try to explain it to you guys. And has some beautiful images from the Hubble telescope. And the creator said that the reason she called it the First Light is because the First Light is the name for any telescope that is used for the first time, when it first sees outer space, when it's first being used. It's called its first light. Okay, so she has some information about where the pictures came for the cards. And she talks about spreads you can do, the types of cards, a little bit about numerology, how you can use the cards for meditation, and what you can get or expect to get from this deck. Okay, and then there's a reference card, which I will show you guys in a moment. So there's the majors, all in color. And then she just has her conclusion. Okay, so let's take a look at the card here. Okay, so it's like a quick reference card for the majors. So it has a description of it, keywords, astrological connections, meanings, some quick advice about the card. Just continued on to the back. And then it has the insight cards. And that continues on to the back. So key concepts, If you're into numerology, there is a number that is assigned with the card, and what the number meaning is, and quick advice. So this is nice to have on hand. Okay, so let's pull out the cards, and then I think I can better explain what's happening here. Okay. Okay. So she has the spread cards. There's, let's see. Right there, these. Yeah, these are all the spread cards. Okay, so she has like a wild card. A wild card could be, you can interpret it however you wish, but you would lay these cards that I have in my hands right now, you would lay these out into the spread shape of your choosing, you know, whether you're doing like a Celtic cross or a 3-card spread, or, you know, any other type of spread. So you would lay these down depending on like what kind of question do you ask. Will your question ask about variables affecting the issue? You know, here you have a card for the querent. So let's say your querent's card is here, and I want to know about my recent past. Okay, so I'd put that over here. And then let's say I want to know who may help me, like in this situation, and obstacles maybe I have to overcome. Okay, so let's say it's set up like that. Then with your insight cards and your major arcana kind of all put together, you shuffle these up. And you notice these are 2 different colors. Okay, so it's blue for the spread cards, and it's black for the major arcana, and it's different for the insight cards. Okay, but I just put my insight cards and my major arcana together. If you want, you could keep them separated. You know, let's say, you know, you put your, you know, because obviously you're going to use this when you're going through a big life change. You know, you're not going to bust out major arcana for like, what should I eat for dinner? So let's say you put your major arcana cards here. So a card that represents, hold on, let me pull out some of the major arcana here. The querent would be the Wheel of Fortune. A card that represents the querent's recent past, you have the Chariot. Then you have who may help, the Lovers. Obstacles, the Empress. Okay. Then let's say if you wanted more insight into this, then I'm going to start pulling insight cards, such as energy. And you notice like there's little symbols up here for the astrological connection between like the Chariot and this, and then for the insight cards, there's a number associated with them if you are into numerology. Okay, so that, let's say portal for insight on that. Nature would be insight. Ooh, nature, Empress goes together. And then for the querent, with our Wheel of Fortune and our power. Okay, so it would look something like that if you were to set it up. So that's why I was like, I need to kind of show you how this kind of works. Of course, you don't have to do it that way. You don't have to use the spread cards. If you just wanted to use the insight and major arcana, or maybe you just wanted to ditch it and just use the major arcana, you know, it's there. Once you buy it, it's your cards, you know, you just use it however you want to. Okay, so let's take a look at the beautiful images on the spread cards first. So these are all Hubble telescope images. And my images are what got me. I'm like, oh, gotta have it. Like, hello. I'm like, Star Trek is so my thing. Outer space is so my thing. And it's so strange because I'm so earthy. Like, I'm so down to earth. I'm, you know, so connected to the earth. I love the deserts. I love the mountains. I love nature. I love all of that. I love animals. But yet, half of me wants to be in outer space. You know, half of me wants to be right here on Earth, you know, just whatever. I want to be some hippie just living in the forest somewhere. And the other half of me wants to just go explore outer space. Okay, so those are your spread cards. Okay, and I'm going to put my spread cards back in here. In here. Okay. And let's take a look at my Major Arcana / Insight cards that are all mixed in here. And I keep them pretty mixed up. The cardstock is pretty papery. I mean, there is kind of a sheen to it to protect it. But I don't know. I guess it's fine. It's fine for me. I want to like them a little bit thicker, maybe even with some gilded edging, but you know, whatever. Okay, so with the insight cards, there will be, or actually with all of them, there will be a number association and then some keywords down here at the bottom. I just love having my intuition just take over, just looking at these images. It's like, oh, outer space is so beautiful. You know, something that's just, it's just so untampered. It's so beautiful. I need to find a different word than beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's magnificent. It's scrumdiddlyumptious. Resistance is futile. Ho, 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 ho. I have thought. It's just like, how is this in outer space? It's so beautiful. And the moon, closest thing to us, and we still don't know everything about it. That and our sun. Well, the sun technically isn't the closest thing to us because we are not the planet closest to the sun. So, See, portal? I have one of these in my closet. Seriously, I do. I have like an energy portal. It's kind of creepy that it's in the closet though, but whatevs. Okay. So there you have it. That is the First Light Tarot. I guess you could call it tarot, you know, I don't know what other name you could call it, but definitely a different system. And, you know, if you're into Star Trek, if you're into outer space and the stars, I would definitely go check it out. This was right up my alley, and I am so glad I got this, and I am very happy to have it and be using it. So let me know if you have any questions, or if you have this, or you have comments, or you know, whatever's, you know where to do that. And all my information for my website and all that good stuff is down below. Don't forget to click subscribe, give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you later, guys. Peace out.